Hmm. Beautiful snow-filled city of Morthal. Town. It's not a city. Village.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then.
Okay, what was that about? Jorgen?
Unless it's about the mill. I don't have time to talk. Too much to do.
What isn't the Jarl dealing with?
Trust you saw the house that burned down. Peculiar bit of business that was. And that's on top of noises from the marsh in the night. Tales of monsters. And now this wizard in our midst. What's a man to do if he can't look to his Jarl for help?
Seem upset about something.
The world's going mad, and our Jarl does what? She hides inside with her visions. We need a leader, not some mystic.
You don't trust the Jarl?
How can I? She never speaks with us. She's allowed this wizard, Falcon, to live in our midst practicing gods know what. And now there's talk of rebellion and dragons? What help could Idgrad be against them? No. We can only rely on ourselves. You do well to remember that.
Hmm. Death Bell. This burnt house. What's wrong with burnt house? Hmm. It's a bit odd that it's just right here in the center of town. Maybe we'll talk to the Jarl. Who's asking me to leave? I'll wait for you to sit down. I am a gentleman after all.
So, life has brought you to Morthal, and to me. What purpose this serves, we will no doubt see. Welcome.
Jarl Ingrid Ravencrone.
Tamriel is full of wisdom and magic, if one is willing to look for it. Few have their eyes open.
What happened to that burned down house?
Rogar's house? He lost his wife and daughter in the blaze. My people believe it to be cursed now. Who am I to gainsay them?
What does Rogar say happened?
Rogar blames his wife for spilling bear fat in the fire. Many folk think he set the fire himself.
With his own wife and child inside?
Lust can make a man do the unthinkable. The ashes were still warm when he pledged himself to Alpha.
So why haven't you arrested him?
On rumor and gossip? No. But you, a stranger, might find the truth for us. Sift through the ashes that others are too fearful to touch. See what they tell you. Should you prove him guilty or innocent, I will reward you.
Okay.
Rogar's fate is in your hands.
It starts the quest. Hello.
If you've business with the Jarl, I'd ask that you speak to me first.
Well, too late, my guy. Laid to rest. Morthal's Jarl has asked me to investigate the house fire that killed Rogar's wife and child. Rogar took Alva as a lover immediately after the fire, and many of the town think he did it. You have anything to contribute?
Too too many bother my wife with their petty problems, and then don't even understand the advice she gives them.
No.
All right then.
Hmm. Oh, it's a Rogar.
Here for work. Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
I'm not one for talk. Try to keep to myself.
I heard your home burned down.
That's true, but I'm in a new house now, a better house.
What about your wife and child?
Yeah, that was a shame. But now Alva takes care of me and I take care of her. Good day.
Alva's been good to me ever since, well, since the fire.
Who's Alva? Where can I find Alva? Hmm. It's a fellow orc. Well, I guess that was the only bar in town. I wanted to meet this Alva before we move on. It's not going to be you. Your name's not going to be Alva. Wait.
You are new to Morthal. We've not spoken before.
You came out of this house. Why did you... This is Alva's house. Why were you in this house? Alright, fine.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead.
Fine. Let's go sift through the ashes. Oh!
Who's there? Is that you, Father?
Helgi's ghost. Who are you? That's how the one guy said it, right?
Helgi, but Father says I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Are you a stranger?
No, I'm a friend. Know what happened to this house?
The smoke woke me up. I was hot and I was scared, so I hid. Then it got cold and dark. I'm not scared anymore, but I'm lonely. Will you play with me?
If I do, will you tell me who set the fire?
Okay, let's play hide and seek. You find me and I'll tell you. We have to wait for nighttime though. The other one is playing too, and she can't come out until then.
The other one? What do you mean?
I can't tell you. She might hear me. She's so close. If you can find me first, I can tell you.
Find Helgi after dark.
What do you need? Okay, got it.
Okay. Guess we'll go to the inn. Oh, he stops playing as soon as I sit down? Would dark be in 8 hours? Maybe. I don't know what's considered dark. 6? Who's playing the drums?
My mind weighs heavy enough. Leave me to my food.
Okay. Gorm? There we are. Now it's dark. Helgi. Helgi. It's just kind of cheating. You're a ghost. You can literally go anywhere. Is there a dug up grave here? Oh, it's a child's coffin.
Make Laylet go away.
Need something?
Hi. Why can't I put my torch up? Your name is Laylet the Vampire.
Yeah? What? Make Laylet go away.
Go away?
Yes.
You found me! Laylat was trying to find me too, but I'm glad you found me first. Laylat was told to burn Mommy and me, but she didn't want to. She wanted to play with me forever and ever. She kissed me on the neck, and I got so cold that the fire didn't even hurt. Laylat thought she could take me and keep me, but she can't. I'm all burned
She's
out.
a vampire.
I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep for a while now.
I need to ask you to stop. That's good. Glad we straightened that out.
Thonir?
Dead. Laylet is dead.
What can you tell me about your wife?
Laylet. I thought she left to join the Stormcloaks. Oh, my poor Laylet.
Did you notice anything strange before she left?
She began to spend a lot of time with Alva. Yet just a week before, she despised her. In fact, the night she disappeared, she was supposed to meet Alva. Alva told me later that she never showed up. I never got to tell her goodbye.
I think they may have met after all.
You think Alva? But that means... Ye gods! You think Alva is a vampire?
It's a possibility we can't ignore.
No, you're wrong. You must be wrong. Laylet may have met her fate out in the marsh. I refuse to believe Alva had anything to do with this. There is no way you can prove it to the Jarl. I hope Alva is not what you think. Have you found out anything about Alva?
There's no way you can prove it. Did you prove it? Did you figure it out? I mean, it's not possible, but did you? I mean, just a question.
I hear you put Laylet out of her misery. Well, aren't you the handsome one? You and I should spend some time together.
Trying to look into her mouth.
The people here work so hard, and they never allow themselves a moment of fun. It's such a pity. It won't last forever, though.
Have you seen my mother? I'm still waiting for her to come home. Papa says that I shouldn't keep waiting. Why not? Mom has to come home sometime.
Oh, you two don't show up until I kill Laylet. Laylet's your mom. And you're the vampire that obviously did it. Okay. Let's see if the Jarl will give us permission to enter Alva's home.
Tamriel is full of wisdom and magic, if one is willing to look for it. Few have their eyes open. Is Hrogar innocent or not? Hrogar's fate is in your hands.
So I guess I need to get into Alva's home. So either I need to pickpocket her key or just break in. Dang it.
Never should have.
Oh, Hrogar! Look, man, he came at me. That was self-defense. She has a copy of the Immortal Blood. Well, I guess she's got a copy of lots of books. Most notably, The Noble Blood, which we will read at the end of this. A girl's red dress. Perhaps this belonged to Helgi? Because it said Laylette bit her. Laylette was probably going to convert Helgi. Convert. Transform? I don't know what you would call it. She's going to make Helgi a vampire. But the fire killed her because fire, well, destroys nearly everything. Do you have something in your mouth? No, that's your beard. Alva's cellar.
Huh?
Why did you say, huh? Made me think there was someone here. Alva's journal. And lots of nightshade. My life is dreary. If that would get off the screen. Where is my prince come to rescue me? Where is my bold Nord warrior to sweep me off my feet? I met a man today when picking night flowers. He is exciting and exotic. We kissed in the moonlight. It was so romantic. Going to see him again tonight. Now I understand the true colors of the night. Movarth has shown me the true black of night and the true red of blood. He has promised me a feast of blood if I do his bidding in Morthal. Hrogar was easy to seduce. Movarth said I should find a protector first, someone to watch over my coffin during the day, even though she walks around during the day. Wasn't it day when I just saw her? Rogarth is perfect. Laylette came to visit me tonight. She slaked my thirst. I've hidden her away to let her rise as my handmaiden. I spread the rumor in town that she had left to join the war. Fools. Movarth has confided his grand plan to me. I am to seduce the guardsmen one at a time and make them my slaves. Then he and the others from the coven, vampires don't live in covens, can descend upon Morthal and take the entire town. We won't kill them. They will become cattle for our thirst. An endless supply of blood and an entire town to protect us from the cursed sun. Rogarth's family is becoming inconvenient. I've told Laylette to kill them all. But make it look like an accident. Hrogar must be seen as innocent if he is going to be my protector. That little fool! Laylette burned Rogarth's family alive. I asked for an accident, and she gave me a scandal. To make matters worse, she tried to turn his little girl Helgi. Oh, I was right. Except Laylette couldn't even get that right. She killed the child and let the body to burn. Something is wrong with Laylette. She keeps talking about Helgi. I think her mind has snapped. She seems to think that the child can still be brought back to her, to be her companion. There is a stranger in town looking into the fire. I'll have to be careful. Oh, I didn't take it. Vampire enslaved. Okay, to investigate. The vampire Alva enslaved Rogar and had his family killed in a house fire. Alva's master, in Movarth's lair, plans to enslave the entire town. I thought that was garlic. I was like, she has garlic in her home. Wait, is that Alva? Huh. Wonder where she's going.
What is it?
Is Hrogar innocent or not?
Alva set the fire. She's the murderer.
Alva? Didn't think she had it in her.
Actually, she's a vampire. She planned to enslave the town.
I assume you have proof? Can't go making accusations like that without proof.
I have Alva's journal.
So it's true. The traitorous bitch. Morthal owes you a debt. Here, you were promised a reward for solving the crime, but I need one more favor from you. Morthal is still in danger. The journal mentions Movarth, a master vampire I thought was destroyed a century ago. I'll gather together some able-bodied warriors to clean out Movarth's lair. They'll be waiting outside for you to lead them. All right then.
I'm right behind you. Let's get going then.
Actually, you're right in front of me.
Anything else?
If you've business with the Jarl, I'd ask that you speak to me first.
Oh.
Take us to Movarth's lair.
Take us! Yeah!
Kill the vampire.
Kill him!
Kill him.
She's dead. Laylette is dead.
You want to help me kill the vampire?
I want vengeance for my wife. Vengeance for Laylette. We're marching on Movarth's lair, whether you come with us or not.
Destroy him!
If you need any alchemy supplies, I'll do my best to provide
A
them.
new face.
Assuming I
Such a
haven't used them
welcome
all
sight
up.
in dreary old Warlock.
Okay. Wait, we're all running with our hammers out, our axes and stuff. Oh. Nope. Nope. There it is. Yeah! Yeah, I saw Alva go this way. I think I should have stopped her. What if she's warning him? That kind of suck, right? You get there and the vampires have either left or they've planned an ambush because it's nighttime and they can come outside. Even though vampires can come outside in the Elder Scrolls universe. You guys know you have these pillars with like blood and stuff all over them, and right next to your town is a vampire holdout called Movarth's Lair? Seems a bit strange.
The mill is my responsibility, and That's what I care about. That's
This
all.
place looks
Understand?
dangerous.
All right. Yeah. Kind of scary too.
And it's full of vampires?
Cowards! We must kill the vampires. We have to make them pay.
Of course. But why not let him go in first?
I'm just a poor man trying to make a living. I'd leave Mortal were it in my power.
I have to go into the vampire's lair alone?
They may be cowards, but I'm not. I'll go with you.
You're a brave man. Let's go.
Lead on. Aye.
Odd that, Inor doesn't want to go. Well, that's fine.
Huh?
Spider! Cigarette! Did he come in? I don't think he came in.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, I've got an axe! Just carts of skeletons? It's just carts of skeletons. There he is.
This damn war has cost us. Me. Everything.
Your wife didn't die because of the war. Your wife died because of vampires.
Well, seems like you have a bit of gold. Huh?
Help!
Oh.
My boy is to grow up without a mother? What life is that? It's not right, I tell you.
Don't worry, we'll get your revenge. None of these people are named. I did forget you had a son before I had you come in here with me. Or else I would have been like, nah, dude, you got a kid. But you're here. So we're going to continue forward. Movarth. Movarth! No! All the other people were like really easy to kill. So I just kind of figured he would also be easy to kill. I don't want to get too close to these spiders because they poison. Forgot they also projectile vomit. Okay. Let's get that axe back out.
like you have a bit of gold left in your pockets, don't you, my friend? Yes.
See what I mean? This is just on normal difficulty, adept, or whatever it is. Whatever the third one is. That's right below master? It's on that one. There's a health potion here somewhere. Let's do a save. I think he's immune to the poison, huh? If I can get rid of these other guys, so it's just him. Lydia! 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 He's coming up here. So... Okay. This. No!
You can't beat me!
He was nearly dead. I need to fight him near the other two. So let me drop down to here. Sovereign Guard. What? Talking to Eva? Oh, he fights Alva! Why is he fighting Alva?
What do you need,
What do you mean? She would... Dude's gonna report me for killing her? Somewhere around here. Here it is. It's Movar's little area. Right here are Movar's boots. Unique item. Gives you bonus to sneaking. Sneak 15% better. I don't know why killing Alva was a crime. She's a vampire. And all this gold. Come back and grab it later. I don't know where that dude went. He went to go freaking tell the cops on me. Oh! Friggin' narc, dude. Hey, the Immortal Blood is here as well. Well, here's the boss chest. Thought there was a exit over here that drops off. Oh, it's right here.
Never should have come here.
Hold on. There we go. Then another chest? Nope, just some more gold. And a bow. No, there was another chest. Okay. And a book of the Daedra. Okay then. All roads lead back to where we needed to go. So I guess we're just headed back to the Jarl now to tell her that he's dead? Dude, you booked it.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Don't tell the police I killed a vampire. Oh, hello.
Mother's calling me. It's time for me to sleep now. I'm so tired. Thank you for making her feel better.
Bye, Helgi. Why won't it let me put the torch up? There we go. Wow. It's very close to the town. Eerily close. Eerilith. My orc just being out of breath constantly. Hey, wake up.
Well, look at you. If only everyone acted like you did.
The Master Vampire Movarth is dead.
By the 8, I didn't think he could do it.
Thanks.
Now maybe we can put all this behind us. Take this as a token of our gratitude.
That completes Laid to Rest.
Until next time.
The Immortal Blood. By Anonymous. Oh, dang it. The moon and stars were hidden from sight, making that why can't I say it? Peculiar, quiet night especially dark. The town guard had to carry torches to make their rounds, but the man who came to call at my chapel carried no light with him. I came to learn that Movarth Pikirin could see in the dark almost as well as the light. An excellent talent, considering his interests were exclusively nocturnal. One of my acolytes brought him to me, and from the look of him, I at first thought he was in need of healing. He was pale to the point of opalescence, like opaque, but with a face that looked like it had once been very handsome. Wow, this is a burn. Had once been very handsome, for some unspeakable suffering. The dark circles under his eyes bespoke exhaustion, but the eyes themselves were alert. Intense, almost insane. He quickly dismissed my notion that he himself was ill, though he did want to discuss a specific disease. Vampirism, he said, and then paused at my quizzical look. I was told that you were someone I should seek out for help understanding it. Who told you that? I asked, with a smile. Tessina Gray. I immediately remembered her, a brave, beautiful knight who had needed my assistance, separating fact from fiction on the subject of the vampire. It had been 2 years, and I had never heard whether my advice had proven effective. You've spoken to her. How is her ladyship? I asked. Dead, Movarth replied coldly, and then, responding to my shock, he added, to perhaps soften the blow, she said your advice was invaluable, at least for the one vampire. When last I talked to her, she was tracking another. It killed her. Then the advice I gave her was not enough, I sighed. Why do you think it would be enough for you? I was a teacher once myself. Years ago, he said. Not in a university. A trainer in the Fighters Guild. Which doesn't exist, sadly, in Skyrim. But I know that if a student doesn't ask the right questions, a teacher cannot be responsible for his failure. I intend to ask you the right questions. And that he did. For hours, he asked questions, and I answered what I could. But he never volunteered any information about himself. He never smiled. He only studied me with those intense eyes of his, committing every word I said to memory. Finally, I turned the questioning around. You said you were a trainer at the Fighters Guild. Are you on an assignment for them? No, he said curtly. And finally, I could detect some wariness in those feverish eyes of his. I'd like to continue this tomorrow night, if I could. I need to get some sleep and absorb this. You sleep during the day? I smiled. To my surprise, he returned the smile, though it was more of a grimace. When tracking your prey, you adapt to their habits. The next day, he did return with more questions, these ones very specific. He wanted to know about the vampires of Eastern Skyrim. I told him about the most powerful tribe, the Volkjar, paranoid and cruel, whose very breath could freeze their victims' blood in the veins. I explained to him how they lived beneath the ice of remote and haunted lakes, never ventured into the world of men except to feed. Movarth Piquine, I know it's like blood, listened carefully and asked more questions into the night, until at last he was ready to leave. I will not see you for a few days, he said, but I will return and tell you how helpful your information has been. True to his word, the man returned to my chapel shortly after midnight 4 days later. There was a fresh scar on his cheek, but he was smiling that grim but satisfied smile of his. Your advice helped me very much, he said, but you should know that the Volkjar have an additional ability you didn't mention. They can reach through the ice in their lakes without breaking it. It was quite a nasty surprise, being grabbed from below without any warning. How remarkable, I asked, with a laugh. And terrifying, you're lucky you survived. I don't believe in luck. I believe in knowledge and training. Your information helped me, and my skill at melee combat sealed the bloodsucker's fate. I've never believed in weaponry of any kind. Too many unknowns. Even the best swordsmith has created a flawed blade, but you know what your body is capable of. I know I can land 1,000 blows without losing my balance, provided I get the first strike. The first strike, I murmured. So you must never be surprised. That is why I came to you, said Movarth. You know more than anyone alive about these monsters, and all their cursed varieties across the land. Now you must tell me about the vampires of northern Valenwood. I did as he asked. Once again, his questions taxed my knowledge. There were many tribes to cover. The Bonsamu, who were indistinguishable from Bosmer, except when seen by candlelight. The Kirillith, who could disintegrate into mist. The Yakif, who swallowed men whole. The dread Telboth, who preyed on children, eventually taking their place in the family, waiting patiently for years before murdering them all in their unnatural hunger. And once again he bade me farewell, promising to return in a few weeks. And once again he returned, as he said, just after midnight. This time, Movarth had no fresh scars, but he again had new information. You were wrong about the Kirillith being unable to vaporize when pushed underwater, he said, patting my shoulder fondly. Fortunately, they cannot travel far in their mist form, and I was able to track it down. It must have surprised it fearfully. Your field knowledge is becoming impressive, I said. I should have had an acolyte like you decades ago. Now, tell me, he said, of the vampires of Cyrodiil. I told him what I could. There was but one tribe in Cyrodiil, a powerful clan who had ousted all other competitors, much like the Imperials themselves had done. Their true name was unknown, lost in history, but they were experts at concealment. If they kept themselves well fed, they were indistinguishable from living persons. They were cultured, more civilized than the vampires of the provinces, preferring to feed on victims while they were asleep and unaware. They will be difficult to surprise, Movarth frowned. But I will seek one out and tell you what I learn. And then you will tell me of the vampires of High Rock and Hammerfell and elsewhere and Blackmarsh and Morrowind and the Somerset Isles. Yes? I nodded, knowing that this was a man on an eternal quest. He wouldn't be satisfied with but the barest hint of how things were. He needed to know it all. He did not return for a month, and on the night that he did, I could see his frustration and despair, though there were no lights burning in my chapel. I failed, he said, as I lit a candle. You were right. I could not find a single one. I brought the light up to my face and smiled. He was surprised, even stunned, by the pallor of my flesh, dark hunger in my ageless eyes, and the teeth. Oh, yes. I think the teeth definitely surprised the man, who could not afford to be surprised. I haven't fed in 22 hours and 72 hours, I explained, as I fell on him. He did not land the first blow or the last. And that's how Movarth became a vampire.